Hi everyone, it's Monique from Quest Fitness with a short video on back care core for you today. If you're able to get a blanket and roll it up, that would be great. If not, you can do this on your mat. We also have the option of using a Pilates ball if you happen to have one at home. Also a kid's ball would work. So if you can find that anywhere in your house, go ahead and bring that with you for this workout. It's going to be about 15 minutes long. We're going to focus on mobility of the hips, really nice core stabilization and thoracic mobility so we can start to open up the heart, take some of the load off the back. So the first thing we're going to do is come to a bridge position. I'm going to lay down and place this blanket underneath my sacrum or a Pilates ball, and I may shift back and forth from one prop to the other today. So from here, I'm going to have a seat, gently roll back, and then brush the tips of my fingers to my heels to make sure my alignment is good. My knees are going to be hip distance apart and my elbows will come to robot arms. We'll begin with a bit of warm-up, but if you can, allow me to cue you with my voice, because once your hips are elevated, I would prefer you not rotate your head, but keep your neck in neutral. So once we brush our heels, we come to robot arms. As we inhale, we float the hips to the sky. From here, one bone at a time, we'll come down to the mat. Thoracic spine first, lumbar spine last, and then the sacrum will root. Let's do this 3 more times. So as we inhale, float the hips up, keep that neck in neutral, and then come down one bone at a time. I want you to take your time as you bring your body back to the blanket or the ball. Twice more, rooting the feet. We inhale, lift up. We want to warm up nice and slow here. Get that spine moving. And then coming down one bone at a time. I want you to feel every single vertebrae in your back move. Last time, we lift those hips up to the sky. Neck is in neutral, knees are in line with the hips, and down we come, one bone at a time. Now from here, I'm going to begin to mobilize my hips. So my arms will become long here, and I'm going to create little hip circles, like I'm moving through every aspect of my sacrum. So you can feel that circular motion of the hips, releasing some of the tension in the lumbar spine. This could be easily done on a yoga mat if you did not have a blanket or Pilates ball. Let's go the other way. So circling those hips all the way around. These can be done fast or slow, so I want you to pick what works for you today. And then from here, we keep the hips in neutral. My legs are going to come into tabletop position. Feet here can be pointed or flexed. Knees over hips, and I'm going to take my hands, place them on my quads so that I can secure my legs in place. From here, I'm going to tuck my tail and tilt my tail. Tuck my tail, tilt my tail. Now it will feel as though you're rolling to the top of the sacrum and then to the bottom of the sacrum. Once again, creating some nice mobility in the hips. This is something that can release quite a bit of tension in the lower back. One more time, tilt that tail and then gently tuck that tail. From here, my feet come back down to my yoga mat. Keeping the arms at robots, my hips will stay in neutral and my core will remain stable and not mobile. I'm going to lift my right leg, drop it down, slide my leg long, and return it, all without changing my core. So inhale here, exhale here, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's do this twice more. Inhale, exhale. And I'm also engaging my legs and my glutes here. So I'm able to create a little bit of muscle tone at the same time. Reaching long and then returning then to the other side. Opposite leg. We'll inhale, tabletop. Exhale, drop the heel. Inhale, let the leg go long. Exhale, come back in. Tabletop. Drop the heel. Lengthen the leg. Flex the leg. 3 more. Tabletop. Drop the heel. Lengthen the leg. Flex the leg. You've got 2 more. Remember that core is nice and stable here. We're not creating mobility. We're creating stability. And you have 1 more. Notice here, as I lengthen my leg and flex, that I bring both legs to tabletop. One of them will stay in tabletop, eliminating the anchor point. And I'm going to begin to alternate my legs for 2. Then I'm going to try to do the 2 together. So here we go. Dropping, lengthening, returning, and flexing. So exhale, lengthen, inhale. Slowly exhale, inhale, return. 1 more time, drop with an exhale. Lengthen with an inhale, flex with an exhale, and return. Last time I go opposite leg with a length and a flex and a return. Trunk stabilization, 2 legs if you can. We exhale, we inhale, we exhale, we inhale, tabletop. Exhale, drop, core stabilization. You're going to start to feel the challenge here. Bring it up. 4 more times, drop. Extend. Flex. Tabletop. You have 3 more. Heels go down, legs become so long. We add flexion and we return. Let's do this 3 more times. You can do this 1 leg at a time if you're not able to maintain core stability. It's much better to go 1 leg at a time. You have 2 more. Extend long. Inhale, return, and float. Last one, slowly. Drop with an exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly come up, and then drop. Now my hips are going to stay on this blanket, and I'm going to bring my hands into winged pose. My feet will come down. All I'm going to do now is create more mobility in my hips, almost like a clamshell. I'm going to open the right leg out, and then close and return. Open the left leg out. Close and return. So now I'm asking all of us to really create this external rotation of the hip, 1 hip at a time. And in. Let's do this once more on both sides. And in. Remember, this is about back care and core strength. Now, 2 legs together, we open up, just like butterfly. And close. That's it, open like butterfly. And close. Get those hips nice and mobile. Now, you'll notice that I'm on my toes here. So the toes really lift the heels off the floor, helping me to really strengthen the arches of my feet. Let's go 2 more. Open, release those hips, come up. And 1 more, open and release those hips, and come up. Now together we're going to roll off this blanket. From here I'm going to take my blanket and place it in my thoracic spine. So we're looking for hip mobility, and we're also looking for thoracic mobility as we start to strengthen our core. This would go in the mid-thoracic spine, or if you happen to be someone who wears a bra, on the bra line. So as I roll over, it's going to bring me into gentle thoracic extension, and I'm going to add the mobility of my hips with the mobility of my heart. So over we go. And that's going to give you a little bit of extension in the thoracic spine. Now my feet will come to touch and my hands will come behind my head in winged pose. Head is very heavy in the hands here. I want you to straighten your neck. We're going to begin with knees together. As I reach behind with an inhale, I lift up with an exhale, really lifting to the ceiling more than lifting forward. What we concentrate on here is the thoracic extension. And then the lift, contraction of the rectus abdominis. Elbows go wide. And we exhale, lift. We inhale, drop. We exhale, lift. We inhale, drop. Up, lift. Give me 1 more of those. Down. And lift. Now, let's add on. As I come down into thoracic extension, and I lift, I'm going to open my legs. And close my legs. So down in thoracic extension, lift and open. Down in thoracic extension, lift and open. This is going to open up the front gate of the body and also bring a little bit of extra range of motion into that rectus abdominis. We need to stretch those. That's again releasing the tension in the lower back and the whole posterior chain. Let's go 5 more. Lift. And reach over that blanket. 4 more. Reach over the blanket. You have 3 more. Open. Reach over the blanket. And then last one. We lift. And we bring that back. Now gently from here. I'm going to roll that blanket out. Draw my knees in. Take a gentle twist from side to side. So legs here will drop to the side. Gaze will go to the other side. Try to bring a bit of space here into the shoulders and the heart. Bring those knees together. And then gently roll to the opposite side. Maybe keep your knees together here if you can. The gaze is always opposite side. So you want to make sure here that you get that nice long line through the side body. From here, I'm going to roll onto my belly. And I'm going to come into Sphinx. So once again, we need to strengthen the posterior chain of the body. Open up the front. So that is also part of core. I want you to remember that everything behind you, as well as everything in front of your center, is core. So from here, I bring my elbows into goalpost hands. I lift one leg. I lift the other leg. And then I lift both. Now, if you're not able to lift both comfortably, I would want you to keep alternating your legs. As I do this, I'm going to start to add my arms. My opposite arm and leg, my opposite arm and leg, both arms and leg. Opposite, opposite. Everything together. Let's do it again. Lift. Now feel that. Not only are we lifting for the posterior chain of the body, but we're lifting in a spiral diagonal. Lift, lift, 2 together. 1 more round. 2 together. Maybe together we pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if the body and the back are strong and healthy, we're going to go into swimmers. So the arms become quite long here, shoulders back and down, and we swim. Now keep the head in line with your spine. Give me 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4 more. 3 more, 2 more, and 1. And from here we take a stretch into shallow child's pose. So draw back. Relax. Settle your head between your biceps. You're doing great. Just a bit more for us. From here I'm going to come onto my side. Once again, the blanket or the Pilates ball is interchangeable. We're going to move the spine, flexion, extension, lateral flexion, rotation. Move the hips. But now with the blanket or the ball, I'm going to come into an exaggerated lateral flexion. So I'm able to stretch that whole side body and the length. In my thoracic spine, will come into lateral flexion, my lumbar spine. I'm going to touch. 2, 3, 4. Give me 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Now gently from here, my hands come together. My legs come together. Legs are about 30 degrees forward on the mat. My arms are over the crown of my head. And from here, my long top arm and my long top leg lift. 2. We emphasize here, not the lift, but the lateral flexion with the length. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then gently feel as though you're reaching with the tips of the fingers in that top leg, as though you're being stretched in 2 different directions. Stay for 4, 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Take your bottom leg, cross it over your top leg. Dragging that top leg down a little bit lower. Lift and don't feel heavy on the blanket or the ball. Feel light, like you're trying to lift off of it. Shoulders still stay back and down for 4. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Now gently come up and use the support of your elbow to come to your opposite side. Remember, the goal here is back care with some core strengthening. We work with mobility and stability. So again, between the hips and the ribs, this side, rather than using the Pilates ball, I'm going to use a blanket. So if you have a blanket at home, you want to roll it like a bolster. I hope you can all hear me. Comes into the side body. So it gives me an exaggerated lateral flexion here. We're working on range of motion. My top leg goes long, and we start easy. Elbow into the knee for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now feel that pull, that push for 3 more. 2 more. Last 1. Legs go long, arms go long, shoulders are back and down. I'm at 30 degrees with my feet. I just want the length in the body. And then we start to lift and lengthen. 2, feel that lateral flexion. 4 more. 3 more. Remember, you're moving from your center here, not your legs. And then lengthen again, as though you're being stretched in 2 different directions, as though you're being pulled with the arm and pulled with the leg at the same time. You've got 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more, and then gently from here, I'm going to come into my tabletop position. Now, tabletop position, you can have maybe a small towel. And I've doubled my mat just to keep my knees padded. From here, I'm going to bring my hands onto the towel. My feet and my knees are hip distance apart. And as I reach with the tips of my fingers, I want core stability. So I'm going to inhale, exhale, return. Inhale, reach, exhale, return. Now, let's do this 2 more times. Exhale, return. You have 1 more. I want core stability here, not core mobility. Opposite leg goes out. When that leg goes out, the hip does not turn out. It stays parallel. So both hip creases, both hips down to the mat. We're going to reach, and as we do, leg's going to lift and return. 2, 3. Now we're trying to do this with core stability, not core mobility. That's what makes it kind of challenging. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And then gently switch. Start with only the reach of the hands, not the legs. Tabletop. I want you to reach and return without popping the ribs. Reach and return. Now imagine when you do this and you add a leg, it's going to challenge your core stability, but you will maintain that strength. Opposite leg lifts out. You are not in turn up. Your hips are stacked. Now gently from here, we're going to reach and then return. The leg's going to lift. Lift. Return. Maintain stability. Lift. Return a little quicker. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. 4 more. 3 more. It's a little challenging, much harder than it looks. 1 more. And then from here, take the legs very wide and then slowly drop back into shallow child's pose. A nice stretch here for 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And 1. And we finish, of course, with a plank. So from here, I'm just keeping double mats for my elbows. And from double elbows, I'm going to come to a modified plank with my knees down. My hands are wide open, and they look like starfish. My shoulders push through my elbows, and then you are welcome to keep your knees down and float your toes. Maybe just stay here and breathe. Feel stable, feel strong, and feel a little bit of heat from the hips and the lower back movements for 4, 3, 2. Now full plank option, lift. Notice my feet are off my mat here, so maybe I just stay or I might slide. 10, 9, this is core stability. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees. One more time, shell or child's pose. We're almost done, so don't leave yet. We're not quite done. I want you to explore the heat of the body and adding more mobility into the back and the hips. So from here, we go back to the beginning. Laying down into the bridge with a blanket or the Pilates ball. This time I'll use the Pilates ball. Those hip circles that we did at the beginning in both directions, and then the pelvic tilt and tuck, we're going to go through that again now that we've added heat. It's amazing when you add heat to a workout, what it does to create mobility in the body. So eyes to the sky, remember how we began. The heels are hip distance apart with the knees, and we brush the heels with the longest fingers, lifting just enough to come into this supported bridge. Once again, on the ball or the blanket, you choose, but it's right in the sacrum. From here, my arms are long and I start to create circles. I feel the difference in mobility here. From beginning to end. I have much more mobility of my lower back. That's always a good thing. Now go the other way. If you don't have time for anything else but this, what a great movement to do every day. 2 more circles. And 1. From here, if you remember, we tabletop the legs. We really anchored our hands and our elbows to allow us to go into a tuck tail. Actually lift the elbows off the mat and just use your hands. Tuck your pelvis and tilt it. Tuck and tilt. Tuck and tilt. Tuck and tilt. Give me 2 more. Tuck and tilt. 1 more. Tuck and tilt. And then gently place those feet down. So slow. I want you to extend that right leg out. Reach that left arm long. And once again, feel like you're being pulled in both directions. You don't want to create lumbar extension here. You want to keep core stable. Core stable. Gently pull everything in. Root that foot and then take the opposite leg out with the opposite arm. Not popping the belly. This is really about finding stability in the core as we find length through the extremities. Really nice stretch. Feel that. Now just to recap this quick mini workout, we created hip mobility, thoracic mobility, core stability as a back care program. Last one, gentle twist. Legs to one side, the arms are in T, we look over the opposite shoulder. Even here, the heat of the body should allow for a lot more opening in the chest and the shoulders. That in itself will reduce a lot of the tension in the back. Now slowly breathe and open up that side body. You're free to lengthen this top leg if you want. Bending, coming back to center. We do the same thing on the opposite side. We roll through the sacrum. We really want to feel here like we're bringing some space into the shoulders. This is an external rotation, by the way, so the palms are up, knuckles are down. Then you can extend that top leg if you want. I want you to feel like you're taller, like there's less tension in the body, like maybe you're a little bit more core connected. Exercise is very good. Most of us are home looking for something to do. When you move your body, everything gets better, including your attitude. Now gently from here, we roll and come to sit. I hope you enjoyed that mini workout, and I hope that you continue to find alignment in your body, mind, and spirit while you're home. Until we meet again, let's take one breath. As you exhale, hands to heart, find all the things that you have to be grateful for, because there are many. Namaste, everybody. Have a wonderful day.